There is one lighting trend catching our eye, a pleated lampshade. It adds charm to every unsuspecting corner, but the designer price tag can dim the excitement. It's a look we love, and my next guest has found a very clever way to DIY for less. Interior designer Melissa Reynolds will bring the pleated lampshade home without any sewing. That's a promise?
Yes, I don't know how to sew, so I would not include that.
Listen, my favorite designers, and you are among them, embrace a good DIY now and then.
And I will admit, I'm kind of a lazy DIYer, so if I can do it, anyone can do it. It's pretty easy.
There was a certain designer lampshade that prompted you, pushed you to take on this project.
Well, it's one of my favorite designers, and I see her on Instagram all the time, and I saw it, and it was $800 for the shade, and I thought, oh my gosh.
That doesn't even include the lamp.
No, it doesn't even include the lamp. And then the more I got thinking, I was like, it's just fabric. Like, there has to be a way we can like DIY it to get this similar feel and look.
And you did. And before we get into that genius tutorial, I'm calling it genius.
Wow.
I think it is. What, from a designer's perspective, help us see it. What would a pleated lampshade do for a room?
Well, I think overall, it just gives another layer of interest and design to the space. It definitely adds texture with the fabric and interest with the pattern. And it kind of also leans into that granny chic design, that style that's really popular right now. So it just adds softness and another layer of design.
Okay, we need a lamp. We also need a shade base.
Right.
What works well for that?
So obviously I have the one that I originally made was tapered, and you can do it with that. This one's a lot smaller and it's not, so it's kind of more of a simple project. It doesn't matter. You can use any shade size you want.
Does the tapered shape make it more challenging?
Yeah, I mean, and you just have to be...
That was a very polite answer. Yes.
You just have to be more careful about how you place them, because if you can start to like go ski-wampus and you know, but whereas if it's straight up and down, it's easier to make it look even.
And I'm loving the fabric, and you said just Hobby Lobby?
This is just Hobby Lobby, but I was also thinking if you find like cute curtain panels that you really like, you can cut those up. Even like a shower curtain that's a fabric, it doesn't matter. You're just cutting it up.
You know what you just did? You gave us recovering matchy girls an in to have my curtains match my lamps. Don't let me do it.
Back to the 90s.
Don't let me do it.
I love it.
How much fabric do you need then?
So it depends on the size. This one that I originally did, I used 1.5 yards, and that was like, I had nothing left over. This one, I got 1 yard, and I'm definitely
You're gonna have
more
surplus.
Yes.
Okay, so, I'm ready to watch.
Okay, so super simple. We're gonna cut our fabric to the length of the lamp and add a couple inches on each end, so you can glue them underneath. You just cut.
Oh, you're working in strips.
We're just cutting strips. So we're cutting like 2-inch strips, and honestly, you don't even need to worry about them being super straight, because you're going to fold them over, and it doesn't matter.
Did you own a rotary cutter before this project?
I actually, well, my daughter did. This was not mine.
Okay.
She sews, I don't.
I'm impressed.
So you're gonna cut a bunch of strips.
Okay.
And so what we have is strips looking like this.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get your handy glue gun, and you're going to glue both ends of the strips. And then you're gonna fold it in.
Oh, you did a fold, like an inside fold.
So we glue at the bottom, and you fold both sides in so they meet in the middle.
I was wondering how you were gonna get that straight edge. That's how, there isn't an edge.
Nope.
The outside.
So you do both ends.
Yeah.
And then you're going to grab your iron after you've sewn both sides, or after you've glued both sides in. And we're gonna take our iron and iron this down so it's really crisp, and it's gonna look like this. So see how it's crisp right here? So we've glued both ends, and we iron it down, and literally this is it.
Now my brain's starting to spin though. Does the pattern matchup matter? Like
no.
Okay.
Okay, you can if you want to get really. If you want it to look like that, you can. That's obviously going to be a lot more time intensive, and
Good luck to you.
It's going to take some math skills that I don't want to have to worry about. So, but mine doesn't, and I think it's still cute, and I think it's fine. So
it's great.
Then,
the eye, it all kind of blends, right? There's kind of that artifact where your eye just lands over it.
It just kind of looks fun and whimsical. So then you're going to take both glue to both ends, and should I? Just glue it on.
Let's do it. And is there a finishing piece or
no?
Oh, there
is.
is.
So you literally just put glue, and you overlap as much as you want. It's not a ton, but this is why They don't have to be exactly the same. And then you just glue in the inside. And
I'm actually amazed how great it looks. Not amazed, because you're great.
Yeah, no,
but it
I know.
looks so great, and the pattern does just meld really nicely.
It doesn't have to be completely the same.
Yeah.
So you do that around your entire shade.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna do 2 finishing pieces at the top and at the bottom. So it's just the same strips. Obviously it's gonna be longer, so it can go around the entire top and the entire bottom. But you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna glue and you're gonna iron, and then you just glue it.
A band
Around the top, just to make it have that finished look and that finished feel.
I'm in love with this.
And then look how cute.
Yes, and all of a sudden a plain lamp from Target becomes something more designer, more custom, and just more fun. And you mentioned it's your daughter's rotary cutter. I can see my daughter really getting into this project.
I know, it's not that, it's not hard.
It's a good one. Melissa, thank you so much. Where can we find more from you?
I'm at Brass House Interiors on Instagram or at brasshouseinteriors.com.
You specialize in e-design.
Yes, I do e-design, which is interior design online. Everything is sourced online. I do it all, so you can kind of go at your own pace.
We love learning from you. Seeing her photos online will inspire you as well. We've loved being inspired by you over the years. Thank you so much.